Good evening. Welcome to ZI News, the only news network that covers gaming and more. Our top story tonight, a couple of fires, as well as a third, broke out in Lake and Napa counties Tuesday evening, just as crews were wrapping up the Cold Fire blaze east of Lake Berryessa. The Lake County fires started just after 17:30 hours, within 2 minutes of each other. They were about 5 miles apart, in an area south of Anderson Marsh State National Park on the south end of Clear Lake. Evacuations were issued quickly, yet were lifted later that evening. The larger fire just off Coogan Street near Highway 53 consumed 45 acres, spreading over private land and threatening dozens of homes and businesses in its path. As aided by Cal Fire Captain Emily Smith, is at one point it had jumped Highway 53 and was moving east towards Cache Creek before firefighters managed to contain it. At least one structure was burned east of the highway. The smaller blaze consumed 14 acres and burned near Siegler Canyon Road and Highway 29 before it was fully contained. And only one structure was damaged by that one. The third fire has burned 36 acres, threatens no structures, and is 35% contained. In related news, PG&E restored power to the homes of about 9,000 people after the fires, as the power was cut at the request of CAL FIRE. A 5.1 earthquake also struck the area at around 1957 hours later that day, followed by 3.0 and 2.7 aftershocks. According to reports, there is no damage or injury. Okay. In gaming, the highly anticipated space exploration video game No Man's Sky has been released on PlayStation in the US. The game was first announced in 2014, but suffered delays and a legal challenge over its name from satellite television broadcaster Sky. It will reach the UK on Wednesday, and PC gamers across the rest of the galaxy on Friday. The BBC clicks I don't know how to pronounce his name, and spoke to its creator Sean Murray to find out how the game's enormous universe was developed. Okay. Further in gaming, players of the game Elite Dangerous have been working furiously to decipher a puzzle uncovered by one player of the space simulation. The puzzle is in the shape of a map hidden in a signal sent when a player is scanned by a mysterious in-game object. Some suspect that the signal means a hostile alien race is about to arrive in the game. Frontier, which makes Elite, has declined to comment on the discovery of the signal or its significance. Elite Dangerous is a space trading and fighting game set in a massive simulation of the Milky Way. The mysterious object is one of several unknown probes that were added to the game in a recent update. One player discovered that when the probe was scanned with their spacious sensors, these objects glow and then respond with a transmission that temporarily disables their craft. Reports of the response spread quickly online, and many players subjected the message to different types of analysis, which eventually revealed a strange diagram buried within it. Some have interpreted the map to point to a region of space that players currently cannot explore. It is believed to be off limits, because many suspect Frontier plans to use it as the location for the star-spanning empire of the alien Thargoid race that has appeared in all other Elite games. These others say the map simply points to strange structures on the surface of the moon called Merope 5C that have already been discovered. Many other theories about the map's meaning are being heavily debated on social media and Elite's discussion forums. Much of the conversation is spent trying to persuade people not to look for patterns in random data where no patterns exist, as wrote Brendan Caldwell on the Rock Paper Shotgun game news site. Mr. Caldwell said there were other examples of times when Elite players have spent a lot of time and effort to decode mysteries that turned out to be no such thing. And his favorite theory is that players have simply uncovered in-game artifacts in the wrong order, and the map does point to the odd structures on the Merope moon. The player base is convinced, however, that Thargoids I'll fix that in editing. No, wait. You guys get to see this, okay? The player base is convinced, however, of the Thargoids' imminent return, and these events do seem to suggest Frontier has something planned. Frontier said it was unable to comment on galactic rumor and speculation in a statement sent to tech news site Ars Technica. We would also like to issue a happy birthday to Sonic the Hedgehog. And happy 25th birthday, Sonic. In other news, a 1-month-old kitten who fell into the water in a Sicilian harbor has been rescued and resuscitated by Italian Coast Guard officers. This concludes this week's newscast. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you on the battlefield.